Well, the Tulsa Police Department was in pursuit of a vehicle that was, the driver was accused of pointing a firearm at a young lady, along with conducting 2 hit and runs. They entered our city. They asked for our assistance. Luckily, our chief happened to be in the right place at the right time and joined in on the pursuit as it entered the Elma-Kenosha corridor. They've continued on southbound. I personally was on the south end of town. I am the only officer as of right now that's equipped with the Grappler on day shift, and they utilize me as often as I can to at least get me into a position. If it's needed, then we can deploy it. The pursuit proceeded down Elm Place towards Houston. I was coming from Washington and Elm, or Tulsa terms 91st and Elm, and intercepted it at probably the 900 block south of Elm Place. Turned around on the vehicle, looking at the dash cam myself from the Tulsa Police Department's dash cam. The officer that was the first car in the pursuit did a very good job of acknowledging that there was a grappler involved, even though their dispatch did tell them, and directing his other officers to back off, get into a certain lane, and let me have the right-of-way. As I approached the vehicle, I initiated the grappler, turned it on, and the front arms fell down, exposing the net. And based on our training, set my car up as I was getting ready to deploy it. And the driver appeared to realize something was going on, not for sure. So he started driving a little erratic, taking evasive maneuvers to keep me from grabbing him. And we continued on probably for maybe less than a quarter mile. And when he gave me what I was looking for, I rolled up underneath his tire and was able to slow him down and bring him to a safe stop.
Yeah, it's a really cool piece of equipment that we have. I want to note also, this was our first successful Grappler deployment since we've had them, and I'm glad Mike was able to do that. But yeah, it's a really cool piece of equipment. I don't know if we've kind of explained to the public about it, but it's kind of, you deploy it down, and then it has a net that actually grabs one of the rear wheels and stops the vehicle. You probably could talk a little bit more about the actual equipment of how it actually does that.
Yeah, the netting is comprised of tow straps, and as you slide it under the back tire while the vehicle's in motion, the back tire will flip the netting up over the top of the tire and start raveling around the back axle and the tire, rendering that tire or that axle inoperable. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so once it engages, then the officer will apply his brakes accordingly to bring this vehicle to a safe, slow stop, and stop anybody from getting hurt.
And is this true that it's not just the first one for our department, but the first Grappler deployment that's been successful in the state?
That is my understanding.
That's my understanding too. Yeah. So kudos to Mike. That's awesome.